Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Tuesday, December 15th, 2009. This morning I'd like to go through a brief example of does not understand, both how it happens and what you can do about it. So here I have a simple class I've called DNU example, and it has two accessing methods, one for foo, one for bar. So I've got my getters and my setters. So to give you a brief example of what's going on here, what we're going to do is create a new instance of it. Let's make this a little bigger. And we're going to send foo colon and bar colon to it, which will work fine. And we'll just go ahead and inspect the result of that to see. And sure enough, we get our new instance with foo and bar set to those strings. Now, the issue is going to come in when we do this. We do this last line where we try to send it baz colon. And we'll do an inspect on that. And sure enough, we get this. Unhandled exception, message not understood, baz colon. And if we debug it, you'll find that up here at the top, you're in does not understand here. So it turns out an object, if you send a message that is not understood, you'll end up in does not understand, which by default raises an exception. Now, most of the time this is the correct behavior. If for any reason you wanted to handle this, what you can do is you can go into your own class here. Let's put in a new error handling. And in error handling, we'll add a method. So we'll go to source here, and we'll put in does not understand a message. And we can put in whatever we want here. So transcript show. So we can put in whatever we want. What I'm going to do is just put a message to the transcript saying what message we tried to send, and then inspecting the actual message object that comes into does not understand. So let's try that again. We'll highlight this whole block of code, do an inspect, and you notice the inspector comes up on our DNU example and one from the code on the message that wasn't understood. And up here in transcript we've got, well, we tried to send baz colon with this argument. And here we see a message with selector and arguments that should fail. That's the message that we attempted to send. And here's our object. So you can handle does not understand. Generally not a good idea. This would not be a good example of how to do so. But sometimes there are good reasons to do this. You just want to be very careful about doing so, because if you handle does not understand without being extremely knowledgeable about what you're doing, you can swallow messages that you never intended to swallow. So you just want to make sure you are very careful about doing this. But it's a great capability to have, and it's especially good for error handling situations where you want to log all instances of this kind of thing in your application. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.